Hello everybody, The 2 for Life here, bringing you guys a brand new deck profile. This time around it is Blue Eyes, a white dragon, a personal favorite of mine. Guys, okay, I grew up watching like up till the end of Battle City of the original Yu-Gi-Oh series, and Blue Eyes was and is still one of, if not my most favorite Yu-Gi-Oh card in the game. And so much so, I even went and kept my 3 originals that I've had ever since I was a kid, and even got them signed by Eric Stewart. I don't know if you guys can tell, but yeah, I did indeed get them signed by Eric Stewart, the voice actor of Kaiba in the dub, which makes me so happy because these cards are already incredibly sentimental to me, and now they are even more so. And all this going on while Blue Eyes is gaining more and more support, which is just really awesome. I am so happy this deck, well, one of my favorite monsters ever, is getting more and more support to help him out and everything. And this deck is a lot of fun to play, and I am definitely going to be trying out more and more different versions. This is my current version right now, and my main version that I really like playing. It's a lot of fun. It's only going to get better as more support comes out, and I cannot wait for the movie pack to come out. Heck, I'm almost half tempted to buy a Japanese booster box just because. Then also some of them come with a little Blue Eyes alternate artwork card. Anyway, so enough of me babbling and getting all sentimental and stuff. Let's get on to the deck profile. Starting off with, well, 3 Blue Eyes White Dragons. I kind of feel like you need to. I don't see why you would only play 2. I remember back when the structure deck first came out with the Azure Eyes and everything. People were only playing 2 because I think that's all you really needed for the Rise Battle LTK, and I really did not like that. Anyway, so this guy, he's a beat stick, and he is the center of the show, really. Next up, 3, sorry, for some reason I want to call him Azure. Dragon Spirit of White. Basically, this thing is always treated as a Blue Eyes card. Whenever it is summoned, it gets to just banish a spell card or trap card that your opponent controls. That does target, so that means that like if your opponent has Skyris or something out, you can't get rid of it of their pendulum zones. But however, if like nothing is protecting the opponent's pendulum zones, you can go straight for their pendulum skills, which is so awesome. He has another effect where you can tribute him off if your opponent controls a monster and summon out Blue Eyes from your hand. He's a very good monster, all around. Oh yeah, he's treated as a normal monster on hand and grave. That's kind of important. Almost forgot to mention that. For next up, for the first of very long amount of tuners, 3 Sage of Eyes of Blue. This guy, he searches out, whenever he's normal summoning, he searches out any level 1 light tuner monster from your deck to your hand. Very good card. And that's also not once per turn, so if you have to field spell out, you can summon 2 copies of these guys, gets 2 searches. I don't recommend that though. So the other effect that this guy has, you can discard him, target an effect monster you control, send it to graveyard, and if you do, special summon a Blue Eyes from deck. And he has a very nice little combo with Maiden with Eyes of Blue. The original like tuner of the deck, well, not original, I'd go to the Whitestone, but the original like Eyes of Blue monster, she is awesome. Now the combo that I mentioned is that like so now if you guys don't know, and I think everybody should know at this point what Maiden does, if she is targeted for an attack or by a card effect, you can special summon out of Blue Eyes from your hand, deck, or grave. If she was targeted for an attack, she switches battle position. So there's a combo where you can normal summon her, use this guy's effect, discarding him, targeting her, that'll trigger her effect, summon out of Blue Eyes from deck. His effect will resolve, sending her to grave, and that'll summon another Blue Eyes from deck. So you get 2 3K beat sticks for the price of nothing, basically, which is really awesome. I love that combo so much, especially if you open with it. Next up, 3, the Ancient Whitestone of Legend. Sorry, the Whitestone of the Ancients. I keep wanting to call it by its Japanese name, or its Japanese translated name. So what this card does is it has 2 really good effects. If this card is in the graveyard because it's centered at turn during the end phase, you get to special summon out of Blue Eyes from your deck. Can be any Blue Eyes, can be Blue Eyes, or crap, where'd it go? This guy. Can be either of those. That's honestly the main way I bring out the Dragon Spirit of White. The other effect he has is you can banish him from the graveyard, add a Blue Eyes card from your grave to your hand. You can only use that effect once per turn. Funnily enough, the adding effect is once per turn, but the special summoning effect is not. So if you get multiples of these guys in the graveyard somehow, like let's say you discarded 2 for 2 different cards of consonants, you will get to summon out 2 blue eyes at the end of the turn, which is pretty awesome. Next up is 3, the White Stone of Legend. This card you search out of blue eyes if it hits grave. It's mostly here for being a card to consonants, target, and all that jazz. Now then, for the monsters I play 1 of, I play 1 Red MD. I feel like as long as you're playing a dragon deck, you should play as many of those guys you possibly can. Nothing really more to say there. And then, okay, I know I'm gonna get flack for this, but 1 Blue Eye Shining Dragon. I love this card a lot. You can't target it. Your opponent just cannot target it. Oh, hey, they have a Dark Destroyer. They tried to target it. Nope. Dark Destroyer goes bye-bye. And then they're just going to get a Forerunner. But this thing is really good. It's not as hard to summon as it used to be. Not only that, but also you can search it off a Melody of Awakening Dragon, which is really, really good. Also, he is level 10. I don't know why I was saying that. For some reason, I thought he was level 8. Then I remember, oh wait, no, he's level 10. Anyways, so yeah, your opponent can't target him, and he's not as hard to summon as he used to be. Anyways, so it's moving on to the spells. He's going to be even easier to summon once Alternative comes out. Just saying. 3 trade-in, kind of self-explanatory. We're playing 6 level 8s. 3 cards of consonants, again, self-explanatory. We're playing 6 level 1 like dragon tuners. 2 Mausoleum of White. This card I actually used to not really like and did not play until I got around to testing it. So basically, you get to normal summon a light level 1 tuner in addition to your normal normal summon. Basically, you get an additional normal summon, really, because you don't ever normal summon Blue Eyes or the White Dragon Spirit thingy. Anyway, so you can target 1 effect monster you control, send a normal monster from your hand or deck to the graveyard, and that monster gains attack points equal to that monster's level times 100. So that triggers Maiden and also gets the Blue Eyes engrave. And if the Dragon Spirit of White is in your hand, you also can send him. And then if this card is in the graveyard, you can banish it and search out a Burst Stream of Destruction. Nobody plays Burst Stream because it's just a dumbed down Regeki. But however, it's still useful if anybody ever does want to play Burst Stream. Personally, I don't play Burst Stream, but I know some people who have been testing it. It's an okay card, but if you're going to play that, you might as well just play Regeki. But granted, though, it is a searchable Regeki. I don't know. What's your guys' thoughts on Burst Stream? Anyways, next up, 2 Beacon of White. Now, according to a friend of mine, nobody's playing this card, which I don't understand. So basically, this card, you can only activate it if you don't already have a copy of it activated, and if you have 3 or more Blue Eyes monsters in your graveyard. When you activate this card, you target a Blue Eyes monster in your graveyard, special summon it. Its effects are negated, and it's the only monster that can attack. That monster can attack as many times equal to the number of Blue Eyes in your graveyard. Guys, we have the 3 original Blue Eyes. We have Dragon Spirit of White, which pretends to be a Blue Eyes. We have Blue Eyes Blue Eyes Spirit Dragon. We have Blue Eyes Twin Burst, and we have Blue Eyes Ultimate. Okay, that's a lot of Blue Eyes cards. I've had a Blue Eyes that could attack 6 times. Okay, it is very, 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 very easy. Blue Eyes Spirit Dragon just fuels that even more. I love this card a lot. It's won me so many games. I don't know why nobody's playing it. Now, I will say this, you could easily play 1 or 2 of it. But I play 2 so I can see it more often. 2 Dragon Shrine, just simply to get stuff engraved. 2 Silver Scry, so I can bring back Blue Eyes. 2 Melody of Awakening Dragon, so I can search Blue Eyes and also Blue Eyes Shining. Basically, the best thing that you want to do with this card is activate it, discard a White Stone Legend, search 2 Blue Eyes, and then White Stone Legend will search out the last one. Or if you can't do that, search up Blue Eyes and let's say you have 2 Blue Eyes and a Blue Eyes Shining Dragon in the deck. You activate this card, discarding White Stone, adding a Blue Eyes and Blue Eyes Shining, and then White Stone will get you the last Blue Eyes. 2 Twin Twisters, just because everything likes to be in graveyard in this deck. And hey, back row is the bane of this deck's existence. 2 Poly for fusioning 2 dragon smears for more fusioning, and 1-for-1 to get to all my level 1 like tuners, because this deck is composed of big dragons and little tuners. That's it for the main deck. I do not play any traps. I did think about playing Call to Haunted, but I don't, there's nothing really that I want to cut. I don't know. I'm still experimenting with a whole bunch of different builds. Sorry about that interruption, everybody. My camera went screwy for a second there. Anyways, so continuing with the deck profile, let's go on to the extra deck. 1 Thunder and Dragon basically just needs 2 level 8 normal monsters to go into. You can detach and seize material, destroy all other monsters on the field. He's kind of like a mini Judgment Dragon. 1 number 38 Hope Harbinger Dragon Titanic Galaxy. I feel like this guy will be better in a more pendulum-oriented format. Right now, though, we have Monarchs and Cosmos and Kaijus. This guy, he's not particularly great against most of the meta right now. At least in my experience. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. 1 number 46 Dragonlong. He's a very, very good card in the mirror. 1 number 107 Galaxy Eyes Tachyon Dragon. Very, very, very good monster, and you can make this guy with him. Number 90 something, I can't remember which number. Galaxy Eyes Dark Matter Dragon. Actually, I think he's number 95. Basically, this guy, he's going to be a lot more abusable later on whenever the deck gets the rest of the stuff out of the movie pack. But however, right now, he's only really good as a 1-of. Once we get everything out of the movie pack, I'd say probably play 2 of them, really. That's it for the XCs. For Synchros, I play 1 Black Rose Moonlight Dragon, because it can be summoned off of Blue Eye Spirit. And then you can usually go into this guy using one of the tuners by using Black Rose Moonlight. Crystal Wing, if you can make this guy, he can win games just by himself. It is very, very, very good. I play 2 Azure Eyes, and then 2 Blue Eye Spirit Dragons. I don't feel like you need 3 Blue Eye Spirit Dragons, and I don't feel like you need 3 Azure Eyes. They're both good 2-ofs in the deck. I like them both quite a bit. Next up for the fusions, 2 Blue Eyes Twin Burst Dragons. This guy, you can contact fuse with him, but that doesn't really ever happen really too much. If you have 2 Blue Eyes on field, you're either going to keep them by themselves or go into an Xyz monster. But however, this guy here, he can attack twice. Well, he can only attack 2 monsters. And if he battles a monster and that monster is not destroyed, you can banish it. Also, this guy can't be killed in battle. He's a very, very good monster. Usually, generally speaking, if I poly for him, that's what I'm going for. And then finally, I play 1 First of the Dragons. I keep wanting to call him by his Japanese name, Y-Arm or something like that. And 1 Blue Eyes Ultimate. Blue Eyes Ultimate is more so, like, generally speaking, if I go into him, I'm going straight into Shining. But, however, Blue Eyes Ultimate is also just a beat stick. And First of the Dragons, there's a lot of decks out there that cannot deal with this guy. If you go into this guy against something like, I'm trying to think, something like Raid Raptors, they can't kill this thing at all. So, that and also some other decks. I mean, I know Cosmos have a very hard time with him. The only issue is that they now also have freaking Cosmojo, and everybody's playing that now. So, it's a very, very good card against Cosmos and Raid Raptors and a few other decks out there, but it still is, it's very, very weak to Spell and Trap support. So guys, that is my deck profile. Hope you enjoyed. Please leave a comment down below. How would you improve it? I can already see what people would say. To be completely honest, hey, cut out that guy, cut out this guy. I just really like these for just general fun. Although I do plan on trying out other different kinds of builds. So please feel free to leave your recommendations down. I'm always looking forward to reading your guys' comments and reading your recommendations. Thank you all for watching. Have a great day. Peace out. If it's your birthday, happy birthday. See you guys later.